Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome to my channel. This video is going to be a tag video. I'm someone who loves going to the movies. I love Movie Pass and going there all the time, and I feel like movies and books often go hand in hand because obviously a lot of books are made into adaptations into a movie, and so I wanted to do a tag video. This one was created a long time ago, back in like 2014, like 4 years ago, but it never really took off. I'm hoping that changes. I wanted to do this tag, some questions I got from the original one. I'll link her channel down below. I don't even know if she makes videos anymore because it was like 4 years ago. But I did kind of put a couple different questions in, so it's kind of like my own tag. But if you're watching this video, I tag you to do it. I'll also leave some other people down below to do this video. Hopefully they do it because that'd be pretty cool if this took off, because I'm a huge movie buff. I love going to the movies all the time, and so I just think it's kind of cool to see what everyone's thoughts are. So let's just go into it. There are 10 questions, so I'm just going to jump right in. So the first one is a title which was the closest to the book, and I'm going with Princess Bride. I feel like Princess Bride is one that it's like almost identical to the actual book if you read it, so definitely think Princess Bride is up there. I feel like it's very comparable. I feel like when you read the book, you're like, I'm pretty much watching the movie while I'm reading it because it's so close. Number 2 is a title where the book was better than the movie, and that was definitely Harry Potter, hands down. I just feel like you experience the world a lot more when you're reading the book. I mean, they did a great job just doing the atmosphere and creating Hogwarts and all that stuff, but I really feel like you really get into it when you're in the book, like when you're reading it, and I feel like there's just like a lot of descriptive things that just really, I don't know, I feel like it's a more magical experience when you're reading it versus when you're watching it. So, Harry Potter, absolutely. Number 3 is a title where the movie was better, and I really think The Book Thief by, what is it, oh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, but I'll leave the picture on the screen. The Book Thief, I kind of was a little bored when I was reading it. It was still good, but it wasn't really drawing me in, where the movie was very, very moving. The actors were all very moving. I just feel like you really experienced the culture a lot more when you were watching it versus when you were reading it. There was a few times I almost fell asleep when reading it, so I definitely think the movie is a better version of that title. Number 4, which is a title which was completely different than the book. And I'm going to go with Cold Mountain. Cold Mountain as a book was extremely boring. It was like I grit my teeth trying to get through that book. It was very, very dull, really long, drawn out like chapters of her just waiting for him, you know, but I feel like the movie definitely did a better job. I really do think, I think it was Renee Zellweger, right, who played the really funny character. I really feel she made the movie because she actually had some comical relief in there. It wasn't just all boring and dull, so it was just completely different. I feel like there's just a lot more humor into it, which made it just a completely different feeling when you're watching it versus when you're reading it. Number 5, a book that you'd like to see made into a movie. I have 2. So the first, and they're both series, so I don't know why either series hasn't been like brought on yet to make a movie, because there's so many movies that are just being like redone from older versions, and I really think these would be 2 really great original ones. And the first one is Unwind, the Unwind series. I've already read the first book, I just started the second book, and it's so intense. They did make a short, I guess they had it originally that they were going to make a movie, and then they dropped the film, and then they made it into like they have like a couple small short films online. But really, it's such a good book. Like, they just need to do it because I feel like it would be a really great suspenseful movie, especially since like Hunger Games and Divergent, like both those movie series were so popular. I really feel like Unwind would really fit into that viewing category, so I really think Unwind would be fantastic. The other one would be the, Verhoeven series. I'll leave the picture on the screen. You guys know I'm in love with Alex, which is one of my favorite books. I really feel like the whole trilogy would be a great addition to any suspenseful genre. Like, it's so good. Such a really good mystery, such a good twist at the end, and I absolutely loved that. I mean, you don't even have to do the whole series, just do Alex because it was so good. I'm just getting into the other 2 books in the series. Book 1 and 3 I never read, but I'm very excited to. I just cracked open the first one. Number 6 is a character who was best portrayed in the movie, and that would be Effie Trinket from The Hunger Games. Elizabeth Banks portrayed her, and I feel like she was spot on with that character. I mean, yeah, Katniss was pretty good too, but I feel like at points she was just, I mean, I feel like a lot of Katniss's character comes from like her inner thoughts versus things that she does, so I feel like she did portray her well, but I definitely think Effie Trinket was portrayed like perfectly in The Hunger Games. And number 7 is which character did not meet my expectations, and that would be from Water for Elephants, Jacob, who was played by Robert Pattinson. I just felt like he was very mumbly, and I know Reese Witherspoon really drove that movie, and I forget the actor who played her husband. I really feel like those 2 characters captured the book very well, but I feel like Jacob was just too mumbly and just too, like, I don't know. I feel like for the main character in the book, he was kind of dull. So I would definitely say Jacob from Water for Elephants. And number 8 is which book's environment was best portrayed in a movie. Of course, Harry Potter is a good one because they really captured Hogwarts really well. The Narnia series is probably my number 1 answer because it's just a beautiful movie to look at, and I really feel like you are in that world when you are watching Narnia, so I really think Narnia. All those big movies that just have a good production value, so even like Lord of the Rings, it just has a really great, beautiful scenery, and I feel like either 3 of those would be my answer, but I really think Narnia is just a gorgeous movie to watch, and I really feel like you're in the world, so I would think Narnia. Next we have a book which should never be made into a movie. And this could go either way. It could be like a book that you love that you don't want to be ruined, or it could be, for me, the way I'm doing it is a book that was just so dull and a book I didn't enjoy that no one would watch the movie. And that would be Baby Doll by Holly Overton. I just read this, and it's a very boring book, and all the characters are just really, you know, they're just not very exciting. None of them seem very realistic. The very first 10 minutes of the movie would be really suspenseful because she is running away from her captor, but other than that, the book is really dull. So I don't think anyone would want to watch the movie to the end because it was just really And then the final one is which movie do I wish could be redone to be a better adaptation of the book, and this would be the Twilight Saga. I loved those books. Of course, I was in high school when I read them, but I loved those books, and this could kind of go into a character that just did not excite me or didn't meet my expectations because, oh my goodness, Kristen Stewart. I mean, I know Bella is monotone, but really she does smile every once in a while. Ooh, that rhymed. Go me. But she just did such a poor job, and I feel like even certain parts of the book where, like, when he's sparkling in the sunlight and it's just like glitter on him, like they could have really made that drawn out and like really exaggerated that, and I feel like there's just a lot of parts in the book that are just, it's just better, and I really wish they had done a better job at casting. I really think if they redid it, I think Anna Kendrick now, not Anna Kendrick when she was originally in Twilight because she was awful, but Anna Kendrick now I think would be a really good portrayal of Bella. I just feel like she has a lot more personality than Kristen Stewart. I feel like then kinda it worked because, I mean, she wasn't a very good actress either, but I really think Twilight could have been a better version of the book if it was just different actors, and it was such a bummer to me. That was the movie that, I mean, I still watch them and I still enjoy them, but it's definitely not what I was expecting it to be. So that's it for this video. If you want to do this tag video, if you are a movie buff, or if you just enjoy tag videos, I would love for you to do this. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!